Hello, my name is James Ryan. All my friends just call me Jim. Years ago, I wrote a historical adventure yarn, the novel Raging Gail, and shared it in serialized form for free. I posted 2 small chapters a week for my readers in order to play around and experiment with ways to tell a story. Now, I'm going to revisit this work here and read those chapters online for a new audience, as well as for anyone who would just like to be read a story. Why did I write a novel and then share it for free? Well, let's go back to a time when Kindle was just hardware. It was 2008, at a time when everyone questioned the old rules about what it means to be published. Before that year, off the main paths from the information superhighway, there had been online fiction magazines and even online serialized novels, long before everyone became comfortable with the idea that you could just download and read a story on the go. But the early days required skills and tools that were not that easy to use by people who were better writers than they were programmers. In 2008, I found the tools I needed, just as I lost someone dear. There was someone I knew who, like me, talked about trying to keep their creative dream alive, even as our lives and jobs kept coming first. When they suddenly died, their dream unfulfilled, I was filled with anger at how fate had dealt them that hand. I knew I couldn't just sit back after that, and had to get something out there before it was my time to go. The thing no one likes to talk about is how much getting your break in the arts is a matter of luck. You could be the absolute best at what you do, a true genius, but without those breaks to get you introduced to that publisher, that director, that producer, that someone you would need to introduce you in the field to everyone who will let them know you exist, you don't. It's like being a tree that silently rotted in a forest, making no sound, giving you no chance at all that anyone would know you were there. That's why I shared this novel. If nothing else, there would be some record out there that I was a writer, and that I had written something. And as this meant doing this by myself, shaking up the order of things, it made perfect sense that this novel be about pirates. They were the original disruptors, the old-school entrepreneurs, who experimented with much of what makes American capitalism what it is today. They were the ones who lived out the outline of Horatio Alger's works, years before Alger was born. So who better to write about while doing this than pirates? And taking it a step further, why not have our daring crew led by someone you wouldn't first consider a captain? Yes, there were plenty of historic examples out there, the likes of Grace O'Malley, Anne Bonny, Mary Read, and Zheng Sao, but there were not that many stories with women as captains back then, and that hasn't changed that much since. And thus, the sails were trimmed as the voyage began. Now, the novel itself, were to have a cover, would have this as its blurb. Raging Gail is a sea tale, the tale of the pirate Captain Sanders, who sailed and plundered the Spanish Main in the golden age of piracy. She was indeed a worthy member of the Brethren of the Coast, a woman to be feared by every ship she preyed upon. She was a natural sea artist with keen instincts, who showed little fear and great fight. Our tale opens in 1665, when Sanders seizes a prize on its way to Carolina. In addition to the other booty aboard, she takes a hostage, one Hope Harvey, on her way to her family in the New World. As the shock of being kidnapped wears off, however, things begin to happen to Hope and her captors. Things daring, things revealing, things perilous, as is wont to occur to those buccaneers going on the account. Thank you for taking this moment with me. If you want to keep up with new chapters as they get posted, please subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications for when pieces go up. Thank you.